In the tangled web of secrets that defines the world of Days of Our Lives, few characters have woven a tapestry of deception as intricate and perilous as Sophia Choi. Her audacious lie about the paternity of her child, Tesoro, has sent shockwaves through the fictional town of Salem, leaving a trail of broken trust and fractured relationships in its wake. As the truth claws its way to the surface, the question on every viewer's mind is this: when the full extent of Sophia's lies is exposed, will she unravel into madness and unleash chaos on those she's wronged? The stakes are higher than ever, and the fallout promises to be nothing short of explosive. Let's dive into the heart of this gripping storyline, exploring the motivations, betrayals, and potential for catastrophe that define Sophia's arc. The lie that started it all. Sophia Choi, a character whose charm and cunning have made her both beloved and reviled, has been at the center of a storm of her own making. For months, she has maintained a carefully constructed facade, claiming that Tate Black, the brooding and earnest son of Salem's beloved Brady Black, is the father of her infant son, Tesoro. This lie was no mere whim. It was a calculated move designed to ensnare Tate and manipulate his relationship with Holly Jonas, his longtime love interest. Sophia's motives were rooted in a toxic blend of jealousy, ambition, and a desperate need for control. By convincing Tate that he was Tesoro's father, she hoped to secure a place in his life, driving a wedge between him and Holly, whose romance has been a beacon of hope for many fans. The deception began subtly, with Sophia planting seeds of doubt and guilt in Tate's mind. She painted a picture of a fleeting, passionate encounter that never actually occurred, leveraging Tate's sense of responsibility to bind him to her. Her tearful confessions and seemingly vulnerable moments were masterfully performed, drawing Tate into her orbit. For a time, her plan worked. Tate, torn between duty and his love for Holly, wrestled with the weight of what he believed to be his new reality as a father. Holly, meanwhile, was left heartbroken, grappling with feelings of betrayal and confusion as her relationship with Tate crumbled under the pressure of Sophia's lies. But lies, like sandcastles, are fragile things, destined to collapse under the weight of truth. The unraveling of Sophia's deception began with whispers, suspicions among Salem's residents that something wasn't quite right. Tate's family, particularly his mother, Teresa Donovan, sensed inconsistencies in Sophia's story. Her overly convenient timing and vague recounting of events raised red flags. It was only a matter of time before the truth emerged, and when it did, it was nothing short of cataclysmic. The DNA test that changed everything. The turning point came with a DNA test, a moment that Days of Our Lives fans had been anticipating with bated breath. The test, initiated by a skeptical Rafe Hernandez, Salem's dogged police commissioner, confirmed what many had begun to suspect: Tate Black was not Tesoro's father. The revelation was a bombshell, shattering the fragile illusion Sophia had worked so tirelessly to maintain. The test results, presented in a tense confrontation at the Brady pub, were a public humiliation for Sophia, whose carefully curated persona began to crack under the scrutiny of those she had deceived. Rafe, ever the protector of justice, played a pivotal role in exposing Sophia's lies. His investigation was spurred by a combination of professional instinct and personal loyalty to Tate and Holly, whom he viewed as surrogate family. Rafe's relentless pursuit of the truth uncovered a trail of inconsistencies, from forged documents to coerced witnesses, all pointing to Sophia's elaborate scheme. In a dramatic showdown, Rafe presented the DNA evidence to a stunned Tate, Holly, and a gathered crowd of Salem's residents. The air was thick with tension as Sophia's lies were laid bare, her face a mask of defiance even as her world crumbled around her. The revelation was more than just a personal betrayal. It was a seismic event that reverberated through the lives of everyone connected to the scandal. Tate was left reeling, grappling with a mix of relief and rage. The realization that he had been manipulated into believing he was a father, a role he had begun to embrace, cut deeply. For Holly, the truth was a bittersweet vindication. While it cleared the path for a potential reconciliation with Tate, it also forced her to confront the pain of the months spent apart, believing she had lost him to Sophia's machinations. The ripple effects, a town in turmoil. The exposure of Sophia's deception did not end with Tate and Holly. Like a stone thrown into a still pond, the ripples of her lies spread outward, touching the lives of many in Salem. The DiMera family, always a nexus of power and intrigue, found themselves entangled in the fallout. Johnny and Chanel DiMera, whose own storyline had been marked by a heartbreaking failed adoption attempt, were drawn into the drama through their connection to Holly, Chanel's sister. The couple's dreams of building a family had already been shattered, and Sophia's actions only deepened their sense of loss and mistrust. The failure of their adoption, coupled with the chaos surrounding Sophia, left Johnny and Chanel questioning the stability of their own relationship, adding another layer of tension to an already fraught dynamic. The broader community of Salem was equally affected. The town, known for its tight-knit yet drama-prone residents, buzzed with gossip and speculation. The Brady Pub, a central hub of social life, became a battleground for heated debates about Sophia's motives and the consequences of her actions. Some viewed her as a villain, a master manipulator who deserved whatever punishment awaited her. Others, however, saw a more complex figure, a young woman driven to desperate measures by her own insecurities and unrequited love. This division only fueled the drama as alliances shifted and old wounds were reopened. Sophia's descent, a dangerous unraveling? As the walls close in on Sophia, the question looms, how will she respond to the collapse of her carefully constructed world? The Days of Our Lives writers have a knack for pushing characters to their breaking points, and Sophia's arc seems poised for a dramatic escalation. Will she accept her defeat and seek redemption, or will she spiral into a dangerous obsession, lashing out at those she blames for her downfall? There are signs that Sophia's mental state is fraying. In recent episodes, her once confident demeanor has given way to flashes of paranoia and desperation. Her interactions with Tate and Holly have grown increasingly volatile, marked by heated accusations and veiled threats. The loss of control, something Sophia has fought so hard to maintain, seems to be pushing her toward a breaking point. Fans have speculated about the possibility of a dramatic, even dangerous, act of vengeance. Could Sophia, in a fit of rage or despair, target Tate and Holly in a way that endangers their lives? The show's history of high-stakes plot twists, from kidnappings to staged accidents, suggests that such a scenario is not out of the question. One potential path for Sophia's storyline involves a psychological unraveling, where her lies become a prison of her own making. Haunted by the consequences of her actions, she might descend into a state of paranoia, seeing enemies in every corner of Salem. This could manifest in reckless behavior, such as stalking Tate and Holly or orchestrating a scheme to regain their trust, only to have it backfire spectacularly. Alternatively, the writers might take a darker route, with Sophia resorting to violence or sabotage in a misguided attempt to reclaim her power. The image of Sophia, once poised and calculating, now unraveling in a public meltdown, would be a chilling culmination of her arc. The role of Rafe Hernandez, a beacon of justice. Amid the chaos, Rafe Hernandez emerges as a stabilizing force, a beacon of justice in a town often consumed by deception. His role in exposing Sophia's lies has cemented his status as one of Salem's moral anchors. Yet, Rafe's involvement comes at a cost. His relentless pursuit of the truth has made him a target for Sophia's wrath, and there are hints that she may seek to undermine him in retaliation. Rafe's own history, marked by personal losses and professional challenges, adds depth to his character, making his determination to protect Tate and Holly all the more compelling. Rafe's actions also highlight the broader theme of accountability that runs through this storyline. In a town where secrets are currency, his commitment to uncovering the truth serves as a reminder that lies, no matter how cleverly crafted, cannot withstand scrutiny forever. His involvement ensures that Sophia's reckoning is not just a personal failure, but a public spectacle, forcing her to confront the consequences of her actions in front of those she sought to manipulate. The broader implications: love, trust, and redemption. The fallout from Sophia's deception raises profound questions about love, trust, and the possibility of redemption. For Tate and Holly, the path forward is fraught with challenges. Can they rebuild their relationship in the wake of such profound betrayal? The trust that once defined their bond has been shaken, and the road to reconciliation will require honesty and vulnerability, qualities that have been in short supply in Salem. For the DiMera family, the end of Johnny and Chanel's adoption attempt marks a turning point. Their grief over the failed adoption, compounded by the drama surrounding Sophia, forces them to confront their own vulnerabilities. Will this shared hardship strengthen their bond, or will it drive them further apart? The answers to these questions will shape the future of their storyline, adding another layer of complexity to an already intricate narrative. And then there is Sophia herself. Is redemption possible for a character who has caused so much pain? Days of Our Lives has a long history of redeeming its villains, offering them a chance to atone for their sins. Yet, Sophia's path to redemption, if it exists, will be a difficult one. She must confront the wreckage of her actions, not only in her relationships with Tate and Holly, but in the eyes of a community that now sees her as a pariah. The question of whether she can find a way to make amends, or whether she will double down on her destructive impulses, is one that will keep viewers glued to their screens. A town on the brink. As Days of Our Lives hurtles toward the climax of this gripping storyline, Salem stands on the brink of chaos. Sophia Choi's lies have exposed the fragility of trust, the power of truth, and the consequences of ambition unchecked. The fallout has touched every corner of the town, from the Brady pub to the DiMera mansion, leaving no one unscathed. Whether Sophia will succumb to madness, lash out in desperation, or seek a path to redemption remains to be seen. One thing is certain: the drama is far from over, and the residents of Salem will be forever changed by the choices they make in the days to come. In true Days of Our Lives fashion, this storyline combines high-stakes drama with deeply human emotions, reminding us why we keep coming back to Salem. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.